Good evening.
So today we are going to see Unit 2. Unit 2, we are going to try to solve few questions in first and second chapter, that is morphology of flowering plants and anatomy of flowering plants. Okay, so shall we just, it's already late, so shall we start right away?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I will share the link. Are you all able to see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 1 second, children. Are you able to hear me? Because it's raining very heavily outside. Are you all able to hear me properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam. You are
Okay.
able to hear very clearly because of the rain problem.
Okay, so we start. All right, in the majority of dicotyledonous plants, the direct elongation of the radicle lead to the formation of what?
Primary root, ma'am.
Yes, primary root. The direct elongation of the radical leads to the primary root. All right, next one. The cells of this region are very small, thin-walled, and with dense protoplasm. They divide repeatedly.
Region of meristematic activity, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Which one is the green? Children, again I am hearing only one
Akshaya, I
voice.
think you can wait for others to come up with answers. Then from Patapara you can give your answer. Okay.
See, I like no answering. If someone answers, I like that. But my this thing is, why others are keeping quiet?
No.
Just because Akshaya is answering,
Akshaya is very
others
fast.
need
So
not keep quiet.
Akshaya, you wait for a minute and then answer. That would be better.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. We'll give chance to others because they have to think. No, right. Okay.
Okay. All right. Then the third one. Which one is the green expanded part of the leaf with veins and veinlets?
Option D, ma'am.
Option D, both A and B, lamina and leaf blade. Oh, I've left out A there. It's A and B. Option D. 1 second, children. I'll be back. No, I switched off the fan so that my voice may be a little more audible. So the option is D. D for donkey. Both A and B. I've left out A while typing. So it's a typo. So the answers is lamina and leaf blade. All right. Which is the lamina? Which is the leaf with veins and veinlets? What are the veins and veinlets there? Which one you say? Can anybody say?
The midrib is the vein, ma'am, and the veinlets have the branches arising from the midrib.
Okay, good. Now, fourth one. The pattern of arrangements of leaves on the stem or branch.
Option C, ma'am.
Option what?
Option C, ma'am.
Option C. C for cat. Yes. Fire taxi. That is the answer. Venae pollination and inflorescence are not arrangements of stem and branch. Inflorescence is arrangement flowers and flowerlets. Okay, all right. Now next, actinomorphic is a term used for flowers with anybody? What is actinomorphic? Some kind of yes, yes. Anyway, somebody trying to answer there. It's having some symmetry. What kind of a symmetry? Radial symmetry. That is, it can be divided into equal part through an axis into two lateral divisions. All right. Now, sixth one, valvate aestivation in corolla can be found in
Option C, ma'am.
Calotropis, yes. Option C is the correct answer. Who answered this one? Because I can't see the page when I'm seeing the word. Can you please tell your name?
Anushri, ma'am.
Anushri. Okay. I'm trying to get familiar with the voices. Thank you. What about the other Akshaya? You don't know the answer?
I do, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Seventh one. Apocarpus is a term given to
Option B, ma'am. More than one carpel which may be free.
yes, very good. Who answered this question, ma'am?
Tatpadika, ma'am.
Very good. So the answer is B. B for ball. More than one carpel which may be free. Okay, now eighth. Which of the following is an example of dicotyledonous seed? See, first of all, you can eliminate this very easily. Wheat is a example given in the book repeatedly for monocotyledonous seed, isn't it? Even corn. So that those two are monocotyledonous. Then coconut, is that a seed?
It's a fruit, ma'am.
Yes. So what is left? Sunflower. That is the answer. All right. Ninth one. Which part of the seed gives nutrition to the growth embryo?
Endosperm, ma'am.
Yes. Endosperm gives the nutrition. All right. Which tissue is responsible for the growth in length of the stem and root?
Option A, ma'am.
Option A, ma'am.
Yes, option A, apical meristem. Who answered that question? Please give your name.
I'm Tony, ma'am.
Okay, Tony. Is it Dhoni or Tony?
Tony.
Dhoni. Oh, you like cricket? Huh?
No, he's Tony. You are Tinu's brother?
Yes, sir.
Tino's brother. Last year Tino was there, madam.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Welcome, Tony.
Very nice, ma. I like if more people participate. Really nice.
Good.
Okay, next question. The following are examples of axial placentation. Which one is the axial placentation? First of all, what is axial placentation? That refers to the arrangement of ovules. That is within the ovary, where the ovules are attached to the central axis or column. So that type of placentation is called axial placentation. Now tell me.
Option B, ma'am.
B for ball or D for dog?
B for ball.
Why do you say that?
Because cucumber has seeds in the middle, so axial placentation, the other two might as well be
So
the
you say that one of the three, if it's satisfied, this the option is correct.
No, ma'am. That's
Ah,
because P, the last option in D, P is not axial, it's marginal placentation, so we can eliminate that option. And beans are also the same marginal, so we can eliminate that. And oh yeah, mustard in option B is also, I think, the same type. So option A,
why did you eliminate the option D for dog?
option D, ma'am.
No, D. Why did you eliminate D? I'm saying.
Oh, because pea plant has marginal placentation, not axial.
No. Pea, that is a legume family, it exhibits axial placentation. If you talk about axial placentation, that is the first example which will come to your mind. All right.
You're talking which
So,
question? Which question you're talking?
11th.
Oh, okay.
11th option D is the correct answer. Anyway, very good try. I really appreciate the try. And the explanation what you gave, I really enjoyed. Very nice. I'm very happy that you are all participating. So option D, D for dog is the correct answer. That is tomato dianthus. That is that genus includes carnations, dianthus, and then P is a legume family that exhibit axial placentation. So
Yeah, but
yes,
it's written that P exhibits marginal placentation.
yeah, that's okay. See, it is attached to the central axis or a column. Both are axial placentation only, right?
In marginal, there is no septa, ma'am, but in axial placentation, septa is present.
It is there, no. In P, it is there, no.
Okay, ma'am.
It is there in the P. I'm not able to draw because I don't have the board now, board and pen. But it is there. You can just go and check in the book. Whatever doubts you have, you can wait and get it clarified after the session, after the question paper is done. Or you can go and check in the book and come back in the next class and get it clarified if you still haven't got it clarified. Okay? I'm telling you, P has the this it's not a central column. Even in the central axis, even the column, if the ovary inside the ovary, if the ovules are attached to the central column or the central axis or the column, they come under axial placentation only. So option D is the correct answer. The next one, in Calotropis aestivationis.
Option A, ma'am.
Why did you say option A? What is valvate estivation? Valvate estivation, does the petals or sepals overlap each other?
In valvate, they do not overlap, ma'am.
They don't overlap. All right. Now, Calotropis, does it overlap? It overlaps. So, which is the option here where the sepals and petals overlap in a regular pattern? Vexillary, the pattern is little different. Twisted is also different. A regular pattern, valvate and imbricate, but in which it overlaps.
Ma'am, calotropis is valvate activation, ma'am.
Calotropis is what, ma?
Valvate.
No, it's imbricate. That is where the sepals and petals overlap in a regular pattern. Do you all remember the high estimation? Floral arrangements, petals arrangements. Yeah, actually, let me stop here for a minute. Children, please listen. When I do a summary of a chapter or a unit, I tell you in advance. Now, when you come to the class, it's just a request. I'm not asking you, or I'm not, I'm not saying anything, this thing, but I'm just requesting if you want to really benefit it from this session, what you have to do is you just go through the chapter once before you come to the class, so that when we do this, you will be more reinforced with the idea and concept, and it will be more stable in your mind. You understand? So, what I suggest now today, since you have not gone through the chapter before you coming to the class, what you can do is after the session, you go back home, just go through the chapter, what the two chapters we are going to do, both the chapters, just go through, give a look. Then just have a look what is estimation, what are the different types of estimation, what are the examples given in the book for estimation. Just have a look and what patterns does it follow. So immediately you will get, the thought and concept will get reinforced. That's what I'm trying to say. All right?
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes.
I just checked with the book, and the for the estimation it's given here. When the petals or sepals in a whole just touch one another at the margin without overlapping, as in calotropis, it is without overlapping, as in calotropis, it is said to be valvate.
Valvate.
Yes, ma'am. Uh, Page number 74 in the old NCRT book.
All right.
And in the next page for that placentation, it's given the ovules are born on the ridge, forming two rows, as in P. When the placenta is marginal placentation, the placenta forms a ridge along the ventral suture of the ovary, and the ovules are born on this ridge, forming two rows, as in P. When the placenta is axial, ovules are attached to a multilocular ovary. The placentation is said to be axile, as in China rose, tomato, and lemon.
All right. These two questions I'll just check and come back to you. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Thank you, ma. All right. Next one. Roots growing vertically upward like conical spikes and having aerated spores are called?
Pneumatophores, ma'am.
Yes, pneumatophores. That is option C. A form of underground stem containing food reserve that is short and vertical is called?
Tuber, ma'am.
No.
Option B, man.
Option B, rhizome, you're saying. No. See, the option is A, calm. That is one form of underground stem. It serves as a storage organ for food reserves. It is short and vertical with a swollen base containing nutrients. Now, somebody said rhizome. Rhizome is option B, no? Actually, rhizome is also an underground stem that grows horizontally rather than vertically. Now, here we are asking about vertical growth. Then, tuber is a swollen underground stem modification that stores food reserves. Unlike a corm, a tuber is typically enlarged at the tip of rhizome or stolon. Bulb is also a modified underground stem with thick fleshy leaves surrounding a short stem. It serves as a storage organ for food reserves. But it's not vertical. We are particularly asking about vertical, so it is option A, corm. Now, 15th. This is not a stem modification.
Picture of Nepenthes, ma'am.
Yes. Picture of Nepenthes. Actually, that is an adaptation to capture insects, not a stem modification. All the other thing are stem modification. Now, 16th. In the cymose type of inflorescence, select the apt statement.
Option C, ma'am. Growth is limited and the flowers are born on basic petal position.
Yes. Option C is the correct answer. Growth is limited and the flowers are born in the basipetal succession. Now 17, this is correctly associated with its three characteristics.
Option B, ma'am.
Option B, onion bulb imbricate estivation, axil placentation. It's option A. Maize C3 pathway, closed vascular bundles, and scutellum. Children, wait. The question is, I have put the question wrongly. It's incorrectly associated with the three characteristics. Which pick out, you should pick out the incorrect question, incorrect answer. So the incorrect one is A. Maize C3 pathway, closed vascular bundles, and scutellum. Actually, maize follows a C4 pathway, not the C3 pathway. So that is wrong. And the vascular bundles are not closed, it's open in the maize. So the question is wrong. It's again typing error, children. So that's why I was all right. So make the correction. This is incorrectly associated with its three characteristics. I am really sorry when I type such mistakes come in. This is incorrectly associated with these three characteristics. That is the answer A. Maize C3. Actually, that is C4 pathway, and it's not closed vascular bundles, it's open vascular bundles. So it's wrong. And then next one, 18. This is a xerophyte. The stem vary in flat, green color, juicy structure.
Apantia, ma'am.
Yes, Apantia is the correct answer. Apantia is also called cactus. that has flattened green stems. That stems, I mean, the flattened green stem that is called cladodes. Those are succulent and green. These modified stems allow the plant to survive. I mean, you can say they prickly pear. I mean, the the thorns in that is a leaf modification again, and these modified stems allow the plant to survive in dry environment by storing water. All right, 19th one, plant growing in swamps have roots that grow vertically upward like conical spikes, have aerating pores. Such roots are called
We had this question before, ma'am.
pneumatophores. Oh, we already answered this question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. The roots of the parasitic plant Cascuta are of,
Option D, ma'am.
yes, Astoria. See, actually, that clings to the host plant for the nutrition, and it takes the nutrition through that of the host plant. So that is the Astoria. All right. Now 21. A long green stem with long internodes growing horizontally on the soil surface is called stolone. Option C. It grows horizontally above or below the ground, producing roots, shoots along their length, and they use it for vegetative propagation. All right, next, the leaf-like short green flattened branches emerging from the axils of reduced leaves are reticulate pinnate.
Ma'am, for the 22nd question, ma'am.
The leaf-like short green flattened branches emerging from the axils of it. Okay. Option C, phylode. Actually, this is a short green flattened branch that resembles a leaf and is found in the axil of a reduced scale leaf. Actually, they are adapted to help plants conserve water and aid in photosynthesis as they lack many of the functions of true leaves. That is the answer. Phylode. A leaf is a leaf in which veins of the same size, such as midribs, protrude from the petiole to the edge of the leaf to form a network.
Ma'am, option B, reticulate pinnate.
Yes, reticulate pinnate is the correct answer. See, the type of leaf in which equally strong veins arise from the petiole towards the margin of the leaf, forming a network, is called the reticulate pinnate. All right, next we go to the anatomy of flowering plants. All right, answer the first question. Which plant tissue is responsible for lateral growth and increase in girth? Cambium.
DM, ma'am.
Option C. Which of the following is not a type of simple permanent tissue in plants?
Meristematic tissue, ma'am.
Yes. What? That is option D. What types of cells make up the majority of plants' growth tissue and are involved in photosynthesis and storage of nutrients?
Parenchyma.
Parenchyma cells, correct. What is the main function of the cork cambium, that is phelogen, in woody plants? Protection and insulation. Option C. Hypodermis comprise which types of cells? A. Few layers of collenchymatous cells. Number 6. Mesophyll comprise which types of cells?
Parenchyma cells, ma'am.
Parenchyma cells. Which cell? That is option B. Which cells are responsible for curling of leaves?
Ma'am, option C, ma'am.
Bulliform cells, correct. 8. Dash present on the inner side of the endodermis and above the phloem in the form of semi-lunar patches of sclerenchyma. Option D, pericycle. The parenchymatous cell which lie between the xylem and the phloem are called
Conjunctive tissue, ma'am.
conjunctive tissue is the correct answer. Option A. Which tissue in plants is responsible for the transport of water and minerals from the roots of the leaves?
Xylem, ma'am.
Yes, xylem. Next. 1 second, children. 1 minute. Root hair develops from the region of
Option A, ma'am.
option what?
Maturation.
Option A.
Option A, maturation. Yes, correct. Phloem in gymnosperms lacks
D, ma'am.
both sieve tubes and companion cells, correct. The main water conducting elements of xylem in gymnosperms are tracheids. Option A. Which of the following yields fibers?
Coconut, ma'am.
Yes, coconut. Yes, coconut. In a ring girdled plant, the root dies first.
Can you please explain it, ma'am?
See, in a plant, a ring girded plant, See, when there is no nutrition, like, see, phloem is responsible for carrying nutrition, isn't it? And if the path is cut and there is no phloem, that is that we say ring girded plant. So what happens? First, the root dies. That is the question.
Ma'am, can you say please?
No, I don't understand what you're saying.
Ma'am, if the transport of nutrients is cut from the roots to the stem, then the shoot should die first, right? I mean, the roots are in direct contact with the soil, so they can derive something, but the shoot, it depends on the root and the nutrients to be transported. So, how does the root die first?
See, when you are taking out the what is a ring girdling, you are taking the bark and the phloem part of the stem, you are removing it from the stem. So there won't be anything left in the plant. I mean, first the root will die because it can't transport anything. How will it transport? So root will die first. So with whatever nutrient it has, the shoot will survive for some time. Once the root dies, the shoot will also die eventually. You are able to understand? Are you convinced with the answer? You don't seem to.
It's all right, ma'am.
See, actually, first of all, what is ring girdling? From the stem, you peel out the bark and take it. You just take out the phloem part from the stem. So phloem is the one which transports nutrition to all parts of the stem plant, isn't it? So you remove that. You cut it and remove it. You cut one part and remove it. So it's just experiment to see what happens. All right, it's one of the experiment. So when you do such a thing, what will happen is the stem, the phloem would have already transported some amount of nutrient to the remaining part, and that can remain for some time with those nutrients present in the remaining nutrients present in the stem for some days, I maybe 1 or 2 days. But the root, even if it's take the nutrient, where it will transport? The phloem is not there, isn't it? Water or nutrient, how it's going to transport? It can't transport. So first, and it does not store anything also. So first root will die. You are able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. All right. Now next, Casparian strips occur in
Option B,
sorry,
option B, ma'am.
endodermis. Yes. Gymnosperms are also called softwood spermatophytes because they lack
Option D, ma'am.
thick-walled tracheids. Huh?
Ma'am, option C.
Cambium. Okay, soft wood. What it does not have? Xylem vessel. Option A is the correct answer. Palisade parenchyma is absent in leaves of option A sorghum. translocates what?
Water and mineral salts, ma'am.
Does it translocate only water and mineral salts?
Not quite, ma'am. Option A, I think.
Option A, water, mineral salts, some organic nitrogen and hormones. Everything it translocates.
Ma'am, option.
Option A. I told the answer already. Alright, 20th. The common bottle cork is a product of?
Vascular cambium, ma'am.
No, phelogen. Which of these is composed of dead cells?
Option B, ma'am.
Phellem. Yes, option B is the correct answer. Phellem. 22. Tracheids differ from other tracheary elements in? How does it differ?
Option C, ma'am.
Being imperforate. That means, it cannot be penetrated. It does not have. It's not very porous. Organization of stem apex into corpus and tunica is determined mainly by?
Ma'am, option D, ma'am.
Planes of cell division. Yes. Alright, 24. Reduction in vascular tissue, mechanical tissue, and cuticle is characteristic of?
Option D, ma'am.
Hydrophytes. Yes, correct. At maturity, which of the following is nucleate? Enucleate.
Ma'am, option C.
Yes, sieve cell. Transmission tissue is a distinguishing feature of? Solid style. Option B. 27. Chlorenchyma is known to develop in the?
Option
Ma'am, option C, ma'am.
No, not option C. Option A, spore capsule of a moss. (28) Regeneration of damaged growing grass following grazing is largely due to?
Option A, ma'am.
Yes. Intercalary meristem. In a woody dicotyledonous tree, which of the following parts will mainly consist of primary tissue?
Shoot tips and root tips, ma'am.
Yes. Companion cells are closely related to?
Sieve elements, ma'am.
Yes, sieve elements. All right, children. So, we come to the end of the session. Now, yeah, that was a nice session. I mean, who had doubts about two of the questions? Akshaya or?
Me, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So I will clarify those two questions today itself. Okay. I'll just check when my questions and answers also. My NCRT book also I will check. All right, children. So next class, um, we are doing. One second. Next class, we will be doing structural organization in animals, and we will complete this unit. Structural organization in animals is a very big chapter. All right. I'll try, I'll see if I can combine any other chapter with that. If not, we'll be doing that separately. Now, children, you have any questions or you want any clarification or just going over the chapter for these two chapters? Anywhere you have any doubts you want me to do any of the concepts in these two chapters, please let me know. Okay. All right. So looks like you are very pretty thorough in these two chapters. Fine. That's a nice thing. So we will move on with the next chapter, structural organization in animals. We'll try to do cell the unit of life also if possible in the next class. So what I suggest is please go through the chapters and come before you come to the class. Just have a look at the chapters. All right, children. Good night, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
That I don't know what they do, but this is what is done in Narcotic. Because I am not an academician, no? What they do, I really don't know. But I don't think it's a problem. Even last time when kids, those children came, and I whatever attendance I gave, and everybody was clear. And 75% வரும்மா அது that they will do. That they will take care, I think, unless somebody is very என்ன சொல்றது unless somebody is continuously absent, then